evening, specters and spirits and things that go bump in the night. And welcome to yet another spine-tingling, terror-tastic, teeth-rattling, poorly sleeping, apneiatic chapter of Blood from a Stone, A Tale of Love and Dread in RPG. This is chapter 121, for which I have been your Dreadmaster, and ensconcing me, our wonderful cast of players. Say, good evening, players.
Good evening, players.
I really will point out that, this is the only group that does that without any, you guys will just
because we're attention.
That's because we're the best.
Well, in many ways, I mean, you were the performers. I did notice though on Halloween when we had our Halloween game 10 days ago, and or 11 days ago, based on inclusive, exclusive. You guys get what I'm saying. The point is, when we did that game, people who never participated in those did because Lauren and Dan and Liv were here, so they felt they had.
We're infectious, but don't worry, there are antibiotics for it.
Yeah, call me gonorrhea, baby.
What a pretty name.
Goner, I barely
know Rhea.
The Lost Tavern Caverns. Here they are. I like to say that as a joke every time. I've said it so far 5 times because we have 5 dice. I'm going to do what we did last time because it was actually fun. I want to say, players, you didn't need to participate in this. But so far, we have found the D4 and the D10 of Crystal Gemstone. We have found the D4 and the D12 of Dwarven Hammers. And we have found the D10 of Spider.
We need another D4, is what you're saying.
What I need you to do is guess die size and color or symbol of box 6, which I'm opening now.
I think it's going to be about this size.
I'm saying true to Spider D8.
You're saying Spider D8.
Again, I'm staying on that until I hit it.
Cut off her nose to Spider D8.
I don't know what all of the...
Gold D6.
So, once again,
Purple.
the 3 symbols
Gold
are
oh,
gem, hammers, spider. Now, there are 3 dice in here that don't adhere to those, but we don't know what those are. So, if you're saying some other random thing, it might be right. The sizes are 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 percentile, and 20. I've shared what we had so far. So, Dan is guessing Spider D8.
What colors, though?
The colors are... I'm not saying the colors, I'm saying the symbols are spider, hammers, and gemstone.
Did you say you wanted us to guess the color, too, though?
You have to guess the symbol.
8 gemstone, whatever.
Gemstone 8, spider 8.
So Dan's just going to guess the same thing each week, because eventually he'll be right.
Well, not if it happens on a night he's not here.
Yeah.
Hammer 6.
Hammer 6. Hammer 6.
Purple.
The hammers are... They're like more blackish, but there's a purpleness to it.
Yeah, knew it.
Spider 8, gem 8, hammer 6.
Green.
None are green thus far.
I like to buy a vowel.
That's fine.
Yeah, do
I'm
that.
gonna,
Open the box, Philip.
I'm going to say...
She hasn't guessed yet.
Oh, sorry.
I'll go with... There are D20s, right?
Of course.
So hammer D20.
Hammer D20. Moses,
I hardly know her D20.
Okay. Moses, do you want to guess?
Muzzle.
I'll double down on Spider D8.
Muzzle,
We have
you
2
guys.
for Spider D8.
Muzzle.
Dan. And Moses.
Oh, dang.
Let's go! Let's fucking go! Yeah!
Spider D8.
Yeah!
It's going to be fucking annoying all night, you guys.
And how is night division?
No. I should take credit.
Yes!
It wouldn't have it didn't happen until Moses.
Moses.
Exactly. When I doubled down, it came in.
Wow.
Moses parted the sea.
I did.
So-
Probability.
He parted the seas. Because of that.
Hey, Moses, we need to have a moment like in Predator when Arnold and Carl Weathers. Yeah. Dylan, you son of a bitch. What's the matter? The CIA got you pushing too many pencils?
So,
Can't believe you got it exact. I'm fucking curious.
well, the odds of it were low, but they were like, I think a little better than 1 in 19. So it's not like...
What? Is this what are we doing? We're not doing math. What, you think we sit around and do math all
That's
night?
literally all this game is. It's just,
I
it's
would.
I
cry.
object.
I wouldn't be here if it
To be
was.
fair, we don't do that much math. We do a lot of role playing.
I left games that had too much math.
She literally did. She quit the game. She'll say it's stuff of like, I'm not sure. It's just like I don't know, like story wise, because it's just the math. She just.
I can't math. I can't do it.
This is the drama kid game. We're not here for math and science. We're here to cry.
Behold,
Friends, have fun and cry.
the dread clock sits at the hour of 7. The stroke of 7.
Behold, a pale dread clock.
Only 7 strokes has Mr. Everett Plantain been allowed to take on himself.
Listen, I've been thinking about Star Trek today. You cannot say things like stroke 7 in front of me.
What's stroke
We'd
7?
love to. We'd all love to, wouldn't
Gently
What's
on
stroke
the face.
7?
7 of 9.
7 of 9?
Oh. You mean like stroke 7 of 9. I thought you meant, I thought there was like I was like, God damn it. It's like, what, is there some key episode of TNG I'm forgetting where it's like, where Picard is being tortured by Romulans this time, and they're like, there are 6 strokes, and at the end he's like, there are stroke 7! Stroke 7!
Oh!
All of us.
That's guys, that's a... But now we can talk about Star Trek again because the writer's strike is over. But more importantly, the actor's strike is over. Writer's strike's been over a while. That demonstrates which one I actually ever cared about. Okay, so...
So aren't you a writer?
That's what I'm saying. When the writer's strike was over, it's like, cool, it's done. And the actors, they'll get what they get. No, they got a lot and it was good. It seems good so far.
We'll find out.
Yeah. So... Oh my god, Zane, stop showing that off. You're gonna make everyone just like, you're gonna make everyone tap their mana if you keep doing that.
Don't show
Magic?
them our life savings.
Your life
That's
savings.
very valuable. We're gonna
The
get
Sorry,
rest.
I'm
I want to get into that game, actually.
I'm tapping for mana. I'm tapping
Oh,
for
it's
mana.
magic.
Yeah, I want to play. I want to learn how to play.
It's
I
great.
do too. I've never played, but I just have a pack of cards.
Dan, you should
Dan and
teach
Philip know.
everyone.
Not me. I don't want to play.
It's,
Y'all
ve-
can-
it's a lot of role playing, Lauren.
This is kind of fun.
What if we played a game called? What if we played a game that was like Magic called Unstable Unicorns? There's a lot of cute unicorns in it.
It's
I played that game.
definitely a
I
lot.
think. That sounds familiar.
Unstable Unicorns is a kid-friendly, basically kid-friendly Magic light thing.
Or if the boys can play Magic, and then we can go in the bedroom and have a pillow fight.
This is the one.
It's the forest.
Look at
We'll
that.
go tap some mana.
Yeah, you guys do that. We're
You'll
gonna
go
do
tap some
cool
woman.
shit, like
But
playing
listen,
Magic.
Womana.
but did you guys see that like what Zane just flashed?
Yeah.
That's
I saw it.
that is the only
That's
card. The only card, like honestly, that would be the most valuable card. Yours is not in perfect condition.
Is that your BB thing?
It's bent as
Big
shit.
black card?
No, but if that card was not bent, that's on the same level as a Black Lotus.
Bent it.
It
It's
would
no
be
good.
worth a whole like 5 cents.
No.
Yeah,
no.
I found this on the ground at work,
I can't
and
believe
this
that.
is the first Magic card I ever owned, and I thought it was valuable, so I didn't return it to the child who dropped it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Actually,
realized,
I don't know who dropped it. I just found
Like
it.
them
on
kids,
Amazon,
huh?
so, to be fair.
I
Like
realized.
them kids.
Sorry for everyone in chat. We have completely derailed the evening. But the other day, I found a comic book in its wrapper with board for Bitcoin on the ground.
A Bitcoin comic book?
It is a Bitcoin comic book.
Got to get kids started early.
I don't understand. Anyway,
Well,
stop.
Look, the
Um,
reason blockchain technology is actually really cool.
in honor of those who voted well, we'll get to this in a moment. First, we're not going to do a full recap right now because this game is we're sort of in this full mosaic thing ever since Dracula has taken over and the vampires are all coming to him, that there are so many different threads. We will sort of just recap which ones we see sort of as they happen. So it's more like a mid-episode previously on rather than tell you everything happening in all the different threads. So with that in mind, I am going to now read you the invocation for chapter 121 of Blood from Stone, A Tale of Love and Dread in RPG. My plan is centuries in the making. Even if I am defeated, even if I am destroyed, my return is inevitable, as is my eventual triumph. Zane, Could you roll a d13 for me, please?
Absolutely.
Let's
Be
see.
my pleasure.
Let's see where we go today. A 13 would be really fun right now.
We
Do
didn't.
it.
We didn't have fun. We had a 6.
6 is fun sometimes. If you do
So
it
Dan,
right.
this is an interesting circumstance for you.
I defer.
This is a world where you are not there, but
Okay.
this is the only storyline you care about.
Yeah, I defer.
Oh.
Let's go.
Okay. Or at least you're not there at present. We are going back. We are picking up where we left off last week, where a lot did happen. So, previously at Holdfast Hall, Solomon Ortega and Felix Ducat continued studying, engaging a bit with sort of Ingrid, the vampire who is obsessed with Solomon, although she's sort of has now walked away, and because she couldn't control herself after giving you a neck massage, which seems like a bad idea for her to do. Felix, you have had some interactions with sort of King Adelard and the King Bee, and you've basically told them, like, I don't care about this, all I care about is my brother who was brutally murdered. Sarah Quill, you have primarily been watching them. However, your marriage to Etienne has hit its rockiest patch yet, when he went upstairs to perform a ritual with Wednesday. Wondering where he was, you went up to try to find him, looked through a keyhole, saw Wednesday
First, let's not forget that Solomon planted a seed in my mind.
in your fertile plant-like brain, because now in the loamy soil of your being, now that you are a plant woman, Solomon said he's cheating on you.
Mm-hmm.
And you said, uh-oh. She went upstairs. She looked through a keyhole. She espied a nude Wednesday standing in a room. Nude. And she then pushed open the door, which sent papers flying in the sort of windy air of this, and candles being extinguished. Your husband was very mad at you because Wednesday was helping her perform a ritual. He was fully clothed. She was just standing there, smirking at you in a real nice, cool way. Nothing objectionable about her, let me tell you. You expressed that you won't be jealous as long as he's not doing things behind your back, as long as you're included in any sort of activities he has. He told you he doesn't really care about your feelings. You're just here to be obedient to him and be sort of nice and pretty. Mm-hmm. He then said, he's like, I went to Wednesday because she's connected. You haven't had sex with Dracula, right? Okay, so you have no connection. I'm trying to talk to Dracula. Then he said, you need to apologize to Wednesday for interrupting this. And Sarah did. And she left. Oh, and Wednesday replied, standing there again, nude. She replied, that's all right, bug. Sarah left the room, crunched the doorknob in her hand because she was so mad, and smoothed out her dress, and maybe has a do vibe.
She is heading back to where the gentlemen were, though.
Yes.
Just so you know.
It's a summary here. Yeah.
Oh.
So while they were doing that, Penny and Chinks and the peddler got to the door. The voluptuous bikini team dancer recognized the peddler. Penny, however, has been disguised. Since she had already been a student here previously, she is currently in a vampire disguise. One that has, she is now standing in the line, which they thought would move faster. You drank a potion, basically, Penny. You drank kind of a, potion. You look like a vampire. You're fine. The peddler, however, was not let in because they were like, we have to talk to her husband before you are allowed to come in. But then the peddler was like, okay. So she said to Chinks, go find the records with Penny and Bradley and get them. And he said, got it. Chinks then went in, and Chinks had some fun. He talked to that guy, Joe Hook, who was like, you know what? You want the record? Fuck it. There was a lot of situations where Chinks was just not descriptive enough. He'd say some stuff that caused a question, but because he couldn't be. What does he know? The guy says Medina. Oh yeah, Medina knew Penny and the thing. Medina went to the raid. He's like, fine. He did say hi to some of his floor mates, Solomon and Felix, or Felix, as I like to say. And then he was led upstairs to a room at the end of the hall, one that Medina visited a long time ago. They entered the room. they found a record called Blood from a Stone. But then the door shut as the ghoul entered and killed Joe Hook, splashing blood across the Book of 13 in a sort of like little cabinet in there. At this point, Chenks, who's apparently able to turn invisible for reasons, turned invisible, tried to sneak out, couldn't get out through the one high window in the room, kind of rushed back. He however took the box that had this record. The box opened when it got close to the now dead Joe Hook keys. The record sort of attracted his attention and the ghoul who was trying to eat him. He held up the record to the ghoul, and the ghoul, a silent black and white creature up to this point, read the lyrics to a song called "I'm digging your body, you're digging my grave." The ghoul began to sing, and the ghoul began to colorize, kind of like a thick film grain upon him, like he'd been recolored after like an old, 30s movie that had been colored in the 50s.
Gross.
Chenks was very impressed with the singing. Then the ghoul descended upon Chenks. That was how we ended our session.
So I am dressed as a vampire in a room with...
No, you are outside in a line.
I'm outside. Okay, I'm in the line.
You're stuck in a line.
Right. Okay.
But at this point, we will now actually be going. So Dan, perhaps Dan, perhaps you're not out of it after all. We'll see. Maybe there'll be some other character you'll be brought in as here. But the point is, Penny, you are waiting in this line. You hear the peddler. The peddler, since they knew who the peddler was, they didn't want to bring her in because she's a mistwalker. And they're like, oh, our husband should know about that. But she has entranced the voluptuous bikini team dancer and her co-wife, the sister wife, I guess. Is that what I guess that is what you call them. Her
Gross.
The visionary. And the two of them, both of whom they were remarking at some point how Dracula's so lucky that he has two from Voluptua, because they're just both so good at voluptuous stuff. In any case, Penny, despite the line being long, will say that it is snaked in such a way that you're witnessing all this. The peddler has opted to distract the two of them by giving them various flavored body oils, edible undergarments, buzzing devices of a kind that, based on which setting you're from, you're like, is that really a thing? Where in Voluptua, it's like, we have suction kinds now. The point is,
well, that way you can see a virgin. No
that's
penetration.
True. And Voluptua, baby, that's not a problem. As this is all going on, Penny, the peddler, could you actually roll me a D13?
Yeah, I knew that was coming. How'd she know? How'd she know that was coming? 1.
A 1. All right. So, the peddler is attempting to sort of do all of this to maybe distract them a bit. But while this is going on, Sarah Quill, you have descended down the steps. You're about to return to the gentleman. You pause at the door. You see these other two brides of Dracula. Like, there's a whole line of vampires out there waiting. They are talking to a woman with a bunch of bags and bundles and things she's trying to sell. These two women who are like Wednesday. They're sort of like a caste higher than you.
Ladies.
Oh, hello.
Pardon my intrusion. I was wondering if I might have a word.
Are you the one who bit that guy?
Regrettably, yes.
That's so hot.
Thank you.
I want to bite so many guys. I haven't even bit a single guy yet. It's kind of crazy.
Well, actually, that's along the lines of what I was going to inquire.
Oh, you're not allowed to yet.
Not allowed to ask questions?
Bite me one.
Oh, okay. Well, what about engaging in any other behavior with other males as a bride of Dracula?
Wait, what do you mean? Oh, like, can you fuck?
Other people, yes.
Oh, well, like, and the visionary's like, if you're going to fuck anyone, can I take pictures?
Oh, to me?
Yeah.
Oh, perhaps we can talk, later. What a small camera that is. However, are
What's
you,
funny is it is a huge camera, but to Sarah Quill, it really is a small camera.
are you able to explore your sexual proclivities with other men without Dracula's permission?
Oh. I hadn't even thought of that. The Ultra Bikini Team dancer is like, I mean... Oh. Oh, like, is it, like, supposed to be exclusive?
Well, I suppose.
She and the visionary start cackling with laughter. The peddler is like, okay, you know what? I'm going to say that because of Sarah's intercession here.
Uh-huh.
The peddler had kind of been losing them. She's not paying attention. I'm going to roll for the peddler this time, Penny. I've rolled a 10, which is not bad. So, Penny, in the line, you see the peddler do kind of like one of these, like a... kind of like trying to subtly behind her back gesture for you to sort of come to the front of the line.
So I'll just very surreptitiously and quietly try to approach.
Make a stealth roll, which is under your coordination.
Yes. I realize I need my dice. Stealth is
I haven't put the book in the sheets.
coordination.
Yeah.
I don't. Am I blind? I
Penny.
sneak?
Penny. Yeah. Is it sneak? What did I say?
Yeah,
it's
I
under
see
the.
sneak, not stealth.
Oh, sorry. Yes, under the greens.
Sorry, are you having a hard time hearing me by any chance?
I am not, but.
Okay. I didn't know.
Or maybe I am and I don't know.
Nope. 672.
672. All right, so you are certainly observed as you're sort of walking up, but as you're kind of coming in, and as Sarah, as your eyes, the two of them are having like a very weird laughter thing, as they're saying like, "Oh my God, like he might think we're not supposed to have sex with other people, but like we are definitely going to because we're from Voluptua, and that's how we do it." And the visionary goes, "Yeah, that's true. Although I usually only have sex through and with my camera."
Well, thank you so much, ladies.
The peddler is like, "What? Why'd you say with twice?" But at this point, Sarah, as you're sort of asking this, you do notice that Penny this other vampire is approaching, kind of cutting the line, and as the voluptuous bikini dancer looking, the peddler says, No. I've actually, this vampire here is special. Ladies, and she kind of turns to you and says, "Oh, you're a plant vampire. Would you like, I have some very interesting blood-based fertilizers if you're interested in perusing my selection."
No, thank you. I'm going to get back to, my friends.
Oh, well, before you all go and continue, I did want to say that I know that you can't let me in right now. I understand that I am such a figure of note that you wouldn't want me coming in without your husband, and apparently you're wondering about having relations. Are you also one of the brides of Dracula, my dear?
No. No, but... And she'll turn to the Voluptua women and say, "But it is an aspiration of mine."
Oh, I get it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. Like, I will say this. He's really good at, like, sex.
Well, I'd like to try that sometime. And she'll turn and...
Okay, would you, or maybe could you stay here for a second to...
I will stay there. I'm trying to have a moment. Okay, fine. I'll stay.
I'm sorry. I'm still getting caught up from what the heck happened while I was out.
Or actually, you know what? I'm sorry. If you think you would walk in, go ahead. That's fine. If you would enter.
Yes.
Okay.
They could grab me, though, if you would like me to stay.
They would not grab you. It's fine.
Okay.
So as Sarah Quill enters, she kind of returns inside. The peddler is sort of saying, but my dear brides of Dracula, I understand you cannot let me in, that's fine, but this vampire, I have been traveling with her, and though I know there is a long line, I strongly urge you to maybe go ahead and let her enter and get accustomed to this place. I know your husband will be very, very excited to meet her as soon as he's back. Yeah, but like, there's a line. And the only reason you would pull somebody in front of the line is to show that they're better than everyone else in line. Well, in many ways she is, isn't that right? Fanguella.
Yes, I've traveled from very far, and I have a unique understanding of blood.
Oh, interesting. And the kind of you say you have a unique understanding of blood. I like this because that for you, strictly speaking, might not be a lie, since you are a medical student.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm actually going to let you make a medicine roll rather than a deceive roll. In other words, to sort of like have it.
Can I boost it with exotic diseases to like try to confuse them by bringing up something they'd never have heard of before?
Sure, 6. Although in many ways this is less about what you're actually saying. You can kind of start saying some stuff. It's more about you. It's more about making the statement that you're saying be true.
Okay.
It's rather than using your will, it's using your intellect to be. Yeah, and like you probably do start maybe saying some stuff for sure. So you get 6 d8s on this roll.
Okay. 6. Okay, we have 2 8s, 2 7s, and a 2 and a 3.
Would you like to use your 8s, which are all about knowledge, secrets, values, history, or would you like to do 7, which is patterns and repetition in the cosmos? As far as like convincing them.
I think I'm going to use 8.
8. I probably makes more sense. So with a match in that, and they're sort of, in this case, not really disinterest but uninterest. They're both just like, oh, okay, like special blood, and the visionary's like, is it sexy blood? Is it blood that turns you on when you see it?
Oh, yes. But also, if not handled properly, can cause disease, and it makes you very unsexy.
Oh
so
my God.
I'm here to help prevent such a thing.
Oh my God, yes. Maybe she should talk to our husband whenever he comes back. That's like probably like a really good person for us to have found. Oh my God, it's so hot that we did that. I know. Are you thinking what I'm thinking? I am thinking it, but we can't because we have to keep watching this line. Well, can't we just hook
Safe
up?
sex is very sexy.
What's that mean? Safe sex? Oh, that's like where you don't use knives?
Non-diseased.
Wait, what do you mean diseased?
Like blood diseases.
Oh, that
Right?
sounds really upsetting.
Yeah, it is.
But like, fortunately, you can't get any diseases from sex. That's true, says the vision. Yeah, it is so good that like the thing that's amazing about sex is that it has no risks at all.
It's just gonna smile.
The peddler kind of like grips your arm and says, "Where they're from, that actually is true."
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, well, actually, the peddler will say, "Well, no, there are consequences. You're often murdered over it, but strictly speaking, there are. Yes, there's.
You can't transmit murder through a vaccine. Actually, I would really like to study them, but not now.
In any event, they're saying, okay, well, yeah, she can go in. That's fine.
Thank you, ladies.
Mm-hmm. So as Fanguella, that's the name that the peddler came up with, but she says, do you know what you need to do?
Find the file and get our names out of it.
All records of you must be
Yes.
Good luck.
Right.
And
And we're tracking down the records for the special project we worked on still.
Precisely.
Yes. Yes.
Good luck. All right, so, anyway, let me show you. Oh, these are, so yeah, you won't care about any of the prophylactic options, but, here, my dears, how about, these are either of you interested in fishnets? And they're like, oh, give it, boom. So basically, Penny, as you go in, you enter sort of the main sort of lobby. You see that Joe's desk is currently unattended.
Okay.
You also see that the doors into the stacks are open. Why don't you make a look roll using your vitality?
Ooh, look is not bad for me. Holy shit. That is a 666.
Hey!
That's the devil's number.
Of the beast!
That should be something.
I feel like this one's really good because it's geometry, baby.
Alright, so you see that in the stacks right now, there are a few figures. There are, of course, some characters milling around. Some of the characters you even remember. And you can hear the voice. Even though this was a look, I'll give you a little listen because triple, come on. And geometry, it's like echoes, space, I'm fine with it. The point is...
Plus, I've got my extra special spatial recognition shit.
You do. You can hear the voice of old McAllister. He is somewhere. You don't think he's in the stacks, but you think he's back there. You can also hear the booming voice of the King Bee, although it sounds like he's having a conversation with himself. It sounds like the King Bee's going, oh, yes, well, that's a very good idea. And then he's saying, but what if it's a bad idea? Oh, I never thought of that. Oh, I'd be so mad if it wasn't. I just want honey, and I just want Anafias. So you're not really sure what's going on there. Other characters, but you don't have any sense of Wednesday at present, or the ghoul. Other than that, you think you've heard most of the other characters who you're aware of. In the stacks, you can see that there are two students sort of like reading, and it seems that vampire who was out there a moment ago is kind of in there with them, the Victorian girl who has sort of a plant-like countenance. She is in there with them.
Okay.
Do I sense that she has come in?
She is not in the stacks right now. She's still in like the foyer.
Yeah, because I'm deciding. So it's either the stacks or the office.
Well, you don't know where the office even is.
Oh, so
you don't know where you haven't found
Okay.
his office, so you can
Then
just
I'll
go
just
upstairs
start-
and start looking around on your own, or you can go in there where there are people.
I'll start kind of very quietly navigating the stacks.
Okay. So give me another stealth, a sneak roll then. See if you slip in unnoted. Given Sarah's 2 8s.
I'm rolling well tonight.
I'll say that Sarah, you're with your mind on other things, that will say that she does enter without you. You're not immediately aware of her presence, and so basically, Sarah, Solomon, Felix, you guys are just continuing to read. Ingrid is kind of there with you, sort of Solomon saying, so what are some of your favorite, like I know you do all of these dances, are any of your dances particularly sort of good to do when you're badly injured? Like, what's your favorite?
Every dance is good to do badly injured.
That's so interesting. So if you did have like a gaping neck wound,
I would dance.
That sounds that's so sexy.
I could be on the brink of death, and I would dance.
She bites her finger, but it pierces it because of a fang. Ah! Ouch. I mean, ouch. Oh my god. And then she kind of comes over to Sarah and gives her like a pretty crazy here, right, babe?
I'm gonna look at Sarah too with like kind of like wide eyes, like
It's
And so she'll the little like you were right.
isn't it going to
She's
be
not.
isn't it going to be so sexy when we're finally able to eat all these people?
You know, I think I've lost my appetite for the day, so that's not something that I am eager to think about. And she'll just turn to the stacks and just like look at the book. Is there anything that catches her eye?
Make a roll a d13.
Oh, go fuck!
Am I close enough to hear these conversations?
You've heard all of this.
Okay.
While she's doing that, I just want to lean over to Felix and say, I told you. Cheating on her.
Did you roll a 13?
I did.
Motherfucker.
Give me your...
Oh.
I thought I was safe because I was like, oh, 18. It's not.
Roll it again. Please roll another one. That would be
Not
so
20.
funny. A
No,
Oh, God.
it's a 6.
Just a horror surge.
horror
We're
surge
gonna
right
die in a
now
library.
is what I need.
It's a 6.
All right.
It's
Well,
been a
Me,
while.
Dan.
Not a horror surge.
Dan will do it.
um,
You trust in him.
so, however, it is still a 13. So, you're looking around the stacks. Oh, I know what. You turn to the stacks to look around. You find. Make a smell roll. Or you don't have smell specifically. I think it's a look for you for your incredible scent.
Scent room.
Yeah. In other systems, we have explicit scent things, but for Sarah Quill,
38 for what was it?
it's spot hidden. So a 38 is a hard success.
We stink, Felix.
You smell back in one of the stacks here, however, as you've kind of just walked into it like to do whatever. You sniff around, and what you smell is the distinctive odor of your husband. He was here.
Like musky?
Yes, it's
Or
musky,
just, like, regular?
but you can also smell Wednesday. You can smell like stale flour, which is what she smells like as a filthy little kitchen maid. You also notice, though, as you're smelling, that as you smell around, there's several books that have been kind of pushed back on the stacks as if someone was pushed up against them, and that's where you scent it most strongly.
Sarah will go and tear all of those books down from the shelf, screaming, which I'm not going to do because I don't want to
Sure.
blow my mic
Make a
out.
strength roll for me. It's the orange at the top. Yeah.
28. So that's a hard success.
All right, so basically, everyone is interrupted as Sarah suddenly screams in anger. I don't want to be too explicit about well, never mind. Maybe you could smell or detect other things. I imagine angel stuff glows. The point is, as you just throw this with this rageful thing, Felix, Solomon, and Penny, you all hear like a whole stack of books is knocked over here, and books go flying, and you hear this enraged cry.
Felix runs over toward the books because this is very upsetting.
Yeah.
Sarah will turn around, just breathing deeply, and say, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I seem to have lost my temper for a moment, but I find it." And she'll just start gathering books and shoving them back on the shelf.
Why did you do that? These books are our friends.
They are not our friends, Felix. These are books. These are simply books. You read them, and for you, people come out of them. But for me, they are just books. They are pieces of paper with words on them.
Am I in view of everyone right now? Or are they all turned away from me?
I would say that you. I would say that maybe because of that, you're probably. I imagine you also probably looked out to see that. So everyone's attention is currently on Sarah Quill. So if you could and you can see her, you can see all of them. You can make your presence known here easily. But as of now, no one is automatically seeing you.
I'd like to approach Sarah Quill.
Okay.
And just hand on her shoulder, just very carefree, careful, caring and concerning, say, "Hey, girl, Ladybug, it's not your fault. He's a piece of shit. We all get cheated on sometimes. All we got to worry about now is how we're going to get him back. Nothing feels better than revenge."
Oh my!
Can I make a
Can you make a what?
Can I make a dance roll?
Absolutely.
I need to punctuate this with a dance move.
I think absolutely. Go ahead. Go ahead and give me a dance roll under your physicality. You have 6 dice for that. So
Okay,
roll
that's
6 d8s. Penny, as he's getting that together,
Yeah.
Penny, are you doing anything, or are you just watching this?
I'm trying to remember. Penny has not met any of these people.
Penny has not met any of these characters. The only one she would have met is Wednesday, but Wednesday's not here right now. And I also, I haven't kind of made a big enough deal of this. Penny, right now, you look like a super pale, like black dyed hair, kind of like you're in sort of like you're the most like stereotypical like goth vampire girl. Black fingernails, fishnets for sure. Solomon, how many what was your highest number of matches on that?
I got 3 6s.
3 6s is pretty darn good. You begin
Level
dancing.
number again.
Well, wait.
And 6 is pretty good. It's geometry. The best things for dance, I would say, would either be music or geometry. So that's great. So
This isn't just me dancing.
you're really putting some soul into it.
I'm like,
Penny,
I want to give Sarah Quill a spin.
basically like this guy walks up to she's a vampire. You saw her earlier. He's now walked up to her and he just says like, forget about him. Let's make him forget. And he just starts spinning around. While this is happening, Ingrid says, yeah, oh my god, yes, oh my god, you're so right. We need to really get revenge on him for hurting you. Maybe the best way to do that would be for me and Solomon to make love.
Is Solomon spinning me, or is he spinning in front of me?
I did a dance move and punctuated and just spun you at the end of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Like the perfect spin.
Okay. Into a dip or no?
Into a dip, of course.
Okay. So in
Who do you think I am?
So in the dip, can Sarah say, "You'll help me get revenge"?
I'm a dancer. I do anything in the pursuit of passion.
Very well then.
Even murder.
So Penny will cautiously approach.
This like is taking like a really weird turn. Like what?
I'm not gonna lie, Felix. I got a little border reading. I just need something to do.
Ingrid
Yes.
says, "This is
Also
really,
everyone.
oh my god, this is so starting to look really bad for me. Like I don't like the shape that things are taking right now as he's holding her in his strong arms. Oh my god, who are you?" And she sort of sees Penny approach.
So,
Yes, sorry, I heard the commotion.
Oh,
I'm sorry. That's not how I typically act, but they let you in. That's wonderful.
Yes.
This is Felix. This is Solomon, and I'm Sarah.
It's lovely to meet you.
Yes, nice to meet you as well. You might have seen my twin brother. He was brutally murdered. He's no longer with us anymore. It's best to not have any attachments to anyone on this world. Clearly, Sarah Quill.
and yes,
It's
Penny,
definitely-
though Penny does not know Felix. I don't believe. No, Penny. Wait.
Would know Felix. Didn't I know them both? No.
They left. You came when Everett came.
Yes.
Yes. Sophie Pellicule would have known.
That's
I was
right.
like, I know I interacted. Okay.
You've interacted
Jesus.
with that.
It
But-
has been a minute since I thought about Sophie.
That being
Okay.
said, Penny, give me
Yeah.
a D13 roll.
No.
Because this will be a luck roll to see, and you don't need super high on this, honestly, just like 4 or higher.
10.
10. You, however, know exactly who Felix Ducat is. You thought he left the department, and you actually are familiar with the fact that his brother was brutally murdered.
I am really sorry for your loss.
Yeah, you truly will never know how sorry I am to lose my own twin brother. We are genetically identical, and half of me is now gone. All I have is schnitzel and books. And the darkness that's inside of my soul.
I want Solomon to look a little offended, like, oh, we were cool.
You are so nice, but you will never understand the depth of my despair. You are too positive, and your dances are beautiful. Something I never experience ever again. Beauty is gone.
Ingrid looks at like the body language between Sarah and Solomon and says, "Yes, no, Felix, I think I understand your loss and sadness, but the others definitely don't. Yeah, you're right. We get it. People with our accent, we're the ones who understand, yeah."
Penny's just gonna think to herself yet again about how psychology is kind of useless, but maybe Felix could use it. Oh well. I'm very sorry for your loss all the same. I was wondering if all of you could help me. I'm looking for an office for a
Are you? Do you want to, Professor Charles? Is that what you're asking? Yes.
That's the office I'm looking for.
Yes.
Right?
You want to find where Professor Charles' office would be? Yes.
Would
Yeah.
Felix and I know that?
You guys might. Are you? You can
That's-
finish your dialogue there. I know you
Oh,
are.
sorry.
She was pausing to ask me to confirm. The
Oh.
I
name.
was just trying to make sure that's it. I was trying to remember if that was the correct name. I can't because I remember it because it's Xavier, but then yes, Professor Charles's office. I just need to get some information.
Professor Charles he's a fuck. But-
Yes.
Yes. You want to find his office? I'm not sure if I remember. Do we know where it is?
Would Sarah know?
Sarah, I would say that Sarah and Felix would have a. I would say that Solomon wouldn't. Felix, you've been there before. Sarah, you may have been sort of shown around a little bit more. You could both attempt a navigate roll. It's under intellect. I would say Solomon, you probably don't have a chance at this. And Penny, you probably would not have either because Professor Charles was much more reserved once you guys came in.
Ooh, 2 8s, baby.
2 8s. How did we do, Sarah? Oh, you don't. Yeah, you have navigate, right? Yeah, it's on your sheet.
Yes, and I failed because
Understood.
it's super low.
Yeah. So, Felix, you actually do know where Professor Charles' office is.
Yeah, like, if I see him, I'm going to hit him one more time. But I'll show you where his office is if you want to see it. I'm bored of reading my book. All it has is like this king, and he's just like full of himself.
Oh,
Are you reading from books? I mean, obviously you're reading from books. I just mean for any special purpose, like a class you're studying for, or
Like, I mean, we're trying to summon characters for some weird reason I don't understand fully. But like, I've got the king twice. It's very boring. No variety in life anymore.
Felix, do me a favor. Would you please roll an analyze and add 2 for your classic poetry to 68s?
Sorry, analyze is under.
You have analyze under intellect, so you got 4 for that, and then you have 2 plus 2 for your knowledge of poetry. So
Plus 2. Okay.
this is honestly apologies because I know we're trying to get stuff done, but I wanted to reveal something here that might not otherwise.
4 4s, baby.
4 4s.
good lord.
If you, Felix, what you've currently been reading, you can share this with people, but also share this with you as a player, and to some of our viewers who might have been doing activity related to this. You are aware that the so-called Master Crown that you were talking about last, or that the King Adelard was talking about as like the thing that he wants Anaphias to make for him. You know that the Master, like a big metaphor in this is that the Master Crown is in fact like a scam. It's like the Master Crown will, like, she's not actually going to make it. It's kind of like it's a metaphor for like the unattainable dream thing that like she's just stringing him along with.
I'm like reading about the Master Crown, and I understand he's been swindled the whole time, but he's trying to get it no matter what. It's ridiculous.
There you go. Just a little bit of intel for some people who might care. But if you are going to show, Penny to Professor Charles' office, Sarah and Solomon, will you join them?
Of course.
Take a little side trek.
Sarah and I need to plan her revenge against Etienne.
Perfect.
Yes, and I could use a distraction.
And
so-
Ingrid says, "Oh yeah, so you all like going off? Oh great! Oh look, Sarah and Solomon, they're walking 2 by 2 together."
No,
for this.
I'm not. Ingrid.
I want to put my hands on Ingrid's shoulder and say, Ingrid, of course you can come with us.
Yes, but no, I'm never anyone's third wheel. I will only be a 5th wheel, or on some occasions, rare occasions, a 7th wheel. Never third. I don't like tricycles. Wiedersehen. And she just walks away. So, and it one really, really interesting summer at my naturism camp. I was a 13th wheel, but that was a whole thing. So as the four of you head off to find Professor Charles' room, Dan.
No. You put that dice away.
Actually, yes, that dice. Roll one of those.
Thank you.
Roll one of those, my dear friend.
9.
A 9, pretty good. Okay, cool. Then yes, I'll say that this will simply happen without sort of any issue at all. You, my dear sir, as Chenks, you begin to blink yourself awake, and a voice is saying, "Okay, get up now. That's enough being. It's enough. Yeah, okay. I can make dead. Ha ha ha. Yes, get up. You're dead like me. Get up.
What?
I need your help.
What do you... How do I feel?
You feel dead.
What?
You
I'm
have
tired.
And as you look at your body, you see there are bites taken out of you, but your corpse is moving and you feel this strange thing. And the ghoul, wearing his kind of old-fashioned clothing, but now in strange color, is kind of like hunched over you saying, "Wake up, we have to make more music, but we gotta get out of here.
What?
We have to get out of here.
What's going on? What's going on, man?
I killed you, I ate you, but now I didn't eat enough because I said actually I might need this one to get out, because I just ate that one instead. I only ate some of you.
Ow, but it doesn't hurt, but it does hurt.
It hurts, yeah, I know. I hurt all the time. I'm a ghoul. But you'll be fine as long as you eat the flesh of dead people, preferably freshly killed. Do you understand me?
That sounds gross, dude.
Day! Do you understand me? You're a ghoul.
I'm a ghoul?
Yes.
Gabagool.
You're
What?
a ghoul. Do you understand?
What? I don't know.
And I don't even know. I don't sound. I'm not supposed to be talking, but I want to sing now, and I don't know why I sound like this. This isn't how I sounded, you know.
Wait, can I still get high?
I don't know what that means, but if I go up towers, yes, you can still get very high.
No, oh man, oh god, ow, why'd you do that to me, man?
Because I'm hungry and I wanted it, and I was singing, but now I need you, so get up, come on.
Dude, that seems like not very, like, chill of you.
Well, what? Do I have to sing to you again? He holds up the album. I've been reading it. There's a lot of songs in here.
Dude, music rocks, so, I don't know.
It does rock, but we gotta make more of it. Now get those, here, you open the door, huh? Come on, open it up.
Look, I gotta find the records.
What? What records? This is a record. We found it.
No, like people's names are written.
Well, let's go find them.
Okay. All right. Great. That sounds better. Yeah. I was told to do that. Let's go do that.
But I'm telling you, I made you. You owe me. I could have just killed you. Instead, I only ate most of you. Well, not most of you. You're still mostly there. Most of the organs.
This looks weird. I don't like. Fine. Whatever. Okay.
I did not like your liver. And your lungs had a weird taste. Kind of skunky.
Is there a hole in my chest?
Yes. Your stomach is like completely ripped out.
Oh. I think I'm gonna be sick looking at this.
Good. It'll motivate you. Come on.
Ugh.
I gotta make music. I gotta eat more people. They were treating me like a dog. I gotta kill Wednesday.
What's wrong with Monday and Tuesday?
I don't know. I'll kill them too.
Okay. Sure. Okay. Let's. Oh, I gotta figure out.
Get the keys. Get me out of here. I don't sound right. I used to sound fancy. Why don't I sound fancy anymore?
You didn't sound like anything earlier.
Oh, but in my head, I did. You don't know what it was like. In my head, it was both. You know what it was driving me? I was saying I wasn't hungry. I was saying, and now act hungry. I don't know why. Come on. Get the keys and get us out of here.
Maybe Okay, let's go smoke up after this. Maybe that'll help you.
Smoke? You mean
yeah.
burn 'em? No, we gotta eat them fresh.
No, not people. Like drugs, weed.
Weeds? No. Nothing but flesh. That's all we want. Flesh and song and music. It's great.
Okay. Yeah.
Open it.
Sure. I'll go get the keys.
Open it. All right. So, Chenks,
Yeah.
if you're going to, Chenks, some of your scores are changing here a little bit. I'll actually just go ahead and make a few changes. Your strength and your constitution are going up, basically.
Yeah.
But we'll get to other changes soon. In any case, he's just going, get the door, come on. So, Chenks.
Okay.
You can find the keys, they're nearby. It's not a problem. But you know that there was like a difficulty to opening it, and unfortunately you still have all your negative ones for this stuff, and sad to say, becoming a ghoul does not improve your mental health.
I'm shocked.
Your
I'm shocked
reasoning
this
and intellectual aptitude. So, at this time, I would like for you to make an investigation roll.
Okay.
We have unfortunately canonically established that this, like, Joe before he died said it takes a little while to open this door from the inside with the keys. But let's see what you can do.
So I have a -1
Yeah?
to this. So that's a 0.
Okay. So, Chenks is having some trouble trying to unlock the door. That's the bad news. But the good news is, Dan, only for you, and only because you had to be silent for so long, you could make a luck roll. But actually, this wouldn't stop you. Just go ahead and make the luck roll.
11.
11 is very good luck. Chenks, you have no idea what you're doing. You pick up these keys, you know there are like mystical elements, and there is a little latch on the interior of this room that you can sort of unturn. That's fine, but you know there are also wards and magical sealing in place. But through nothing but sheer luck, you begin waving the keys around, and you hear little kind of dimly through the thick door. And after a few minutes of attempting, you do hear a click as the door opens, and the ghoul slams you on your back, and you see part of your spleen like sloshing out of your open sort of cavity. It's very good, very good.
Thanks. Never met a door that I couldn't mess around with.
What does that mean?
It means what I said.
But what you said makes no sense. You speak in nonsense.
Have you ever given yourself a hug?
I'm making more sense than you, and I'm a summoned character of a ghoul who's been transformed, and whose interior monologue was partially the character, partially the actor who played me. Don't you get it? Do I have to sing to you again?
If you want to, you're just weird, and I'm not vibing with it, but like, whatever, man.
You know what? Fine. Be that way. Good luck being a ghoul.
I'll go with you because you know more about being a ghoul, I guess, but...
Don't forget it. I know everything about being a ghoul.
Good for you, dude.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah, okay. All right.
He's just holding that album to his chest that he's excited. And he does have a bit of his old kind of more like silent movie vibe now. He shuffles down the hallway, but he's a mishmash of different influences. It's his vibe is strange. Of course, Chenks never knew the ghoul, so all he knows is this thing. Chenks, as you and the ghoul leave, we will go back to Felix, Penny, Solomon, and Sarah, as Felix leads them to the office of Professor Charles. This is on like the second or third floor, kind of off like a back corridor of the library. And as you sort of walk up to the door, you notice it is closed, but there does appear to be a light on within.
Yeah, we should just like try to go in, because Professor Charles doesn't deserve respect. He doesn't even deserve to be called professor, because of him my brother was murdered brutally. So just go inside. He's here. It's his office. Just to open it. Who cares?
Well, perhaps we should be a little smart about this. We would want to maybe sneak up on him or get the jump a little. Doors closed, the light is on. There's no windows or anything into the office, no.
Are you trying to like sneak in here? What do you need?
Make a luck roll, Penny. Give me a D. That's a D13 for you.
Yeah, I know.
Also, I have been told that we have a raid. Hello, raiders. Welcome. We're in the midst of a very kind of wide-ranging horror game right now. We're in a library where, at present, I think we have, like, 4 different systems in use by the players. 3 or 4 different systems, because they're all from different, like, DREADLANDS, which all use different rule sets, and we're kind of in a big crossover thing. It's chapter 121, so, you know, we've gone some distances. Penny.
I rolled a 12.
A 12 is very good luck. I will give you, with this, I will say that there is a frosted glass sort of thing that you won't be able to see like distinctively in there, but you can certainly look through that if you'd like.
You get a sense of...
You get a sense of the geography of the room. You can see where there's a desk. You can see where there is a, you can see where there's like a window. You can see the lamp that is on. You also seem to see there is like a figure standing there.
That's what I was going to say. Are there any bodies in there?
You see something, yeah.
Well, you're not a fan of Professor Charles, are you? Why?
Not at all. He's like the worst guy here.
I need to get something from him. I don't know that he'll give it to me.
Like, what do you need? Like, his money? Like, he probably doesn't get paid much to work here.
Yes.
You want his money?
Well, oh, sorry, I thought someone wanted to speak.
I was asking if Sarah and I can hear this.
Yeah, the 4 of you are all there. For sure.
Okay.
Well, as you say, he probably doesn't make much money, but what if we could do something that would undermine his aspirations?
I'm all in. Whatever.
No need.
What are you trying to do? Because
No need to tiptoe around it. You clearly want us to break the rules. What do you need?
exactly.
I just need to steal a record book for a project he's running and maybe erase some names from it. We could probably just destroy the whole thing.
Oh, well. Oh, do I know if Professor Charles is a human or not?
You encountered him very briefly. He is a human, yes.
Okay. Oh, well, no offense to Felix and Solomon, but he is just a human. I'm sure that we can persuade him.
I mean,
You very familiar with humans?
I was one.
Right, I also was human. And
Well,
if
that's
you
how we
recall...
come to be. We are human, and then
Right, yes. And if you recall, humans are not exactly the best.
it wasn't long ago that I was human. Perhaps how long?
Hard to say, a month or 2.
Yes, but humans lie and cheat and
Months ago.
steal and kill people's brothers and start wars, and
Oh, I know. Well, angels are much worse. So, human is nothing. Let's see what we can do with this for you, shall we? And
I mean,
she'll
I would argue
indicate the
also
board.
as a human, he's easy to just...
I mean, Felix, are you down to?
What does that mean? I'm not sure. Is that like
meant-
like an innuendo type thing?
He means to. I'm so sorry, Felix.
You should just
but,
spell it out, Penny.
brutally murder.
I just meant knock unconscious, but
Oh, that
I-
as well.
Yes, I still would like him to suffer for the rest of his pathetic life.
Sarah, with your hearing at this point, you can hear some footsteps coming around the corner further back in this hallway.
There is someone coming. Can I smell them?
Sure, you use your spot hidden for that, but go ahead.
Oh, that's an 8.
An 8 is going to be very good. That I don't think that's quite vital, but that's definitely extreme for you, I think.
Ooh, yes, extreme.
With an extreme success of smelling, Sarah, you have encountered this entity, I believe, at one time, but you smell the stench of shuffling death. You think that ghoul is coming around the corner, but there seems to be like a lot of death. You smell fresh blood. It kind of makes you like, oh man. It's old, but like you know how like sometimes where it's like pizza's been sitting there and it's like this might not still be good, but like it's still that kind of makes
that's
it.
when it's the best.
Yeah, you're like I kind of want to eat it. That's the vibe.
So good. Solomon, Felix, you might want to step back.
Oh, you got it.
Why are we stepping back?
Oh, there's a creature that's lurking about. It doesn't go after Well, do I know if it goes after vampires?
You haven't seen it do so yet, but it always.
There's
could.
a creature that seems to have a taste for human flesh, and not vampire, as far as I've observed.
Felix remembers the ghoul, right? Yeah.
Oh yes. And in fact, if you guys are simply just saying that and not like immediately entering the room, sure enough, around the corner you see the ghoul comes. He's clutching sort of like a cardboard. This kind of strange cardboard square across his chest, but he's not alone.
Oh.
Now, you do not recognize, or I'll say that Shanks does not recognize what Penny has been turned into specifically. That kind of happened while he was being led in a different direction. But Penny, you certainly recognize Shanks, but Shanks is missing many chunks. He has kind of like much of his torso is gone, and his skin has taken on this like grayish pallor, and he's not really shuffling, but he's seeming to walk in an odd sort of way. And the ghoul is kind of coming around. But the strangest thing about the ghoul, for those few of you who've seen him before, which I think would only be Sarah at a distance and Felix many more times, the ghoul is in color.
Different.
Perhaps we should just enter the office. Yes, right now, and Felix, maybe you can just knock the professor over the head a little.
Go right ahead.
I'm not very strong, but perhaps...
Felix!
I'll go with you, Felix.
Felix!
Oh, he talks now.
Felix!
What?
You ate part of my brother.
I'm gonna eat the rest of him. Where is he?
He's dead, you fuck.
Where is the body? I want to eat it.
He has been unzipped. Fuck you.
Oh, that sounds like I want to eat him and that I want to kill you and eat you.
Penny's just gonna be raging back.
I hate you. And what happened to you?
He's a
Will we
ghoul.
recognize Shanks?
Oh, you.
so,
Oh,
yeah.
I'm sorry. You two, of course, recognize Chinks.
Yeah.
Sarah and Solomon and Felix, you guys just saw Chinks.
Thanks.
He did this to me, and now I'm like,
Do you have a taste for the human flesh, perchance?
kind of, yeah.
Chinks, as you
Okay,
look at
but-
Felix, Chinks, here's the problem. Your stomach is empty / non-existent.
Yeah.
And there's
I
this
don't know
part
what
of you
to-
that would like to fill it with Solomon and Felix.
I just look at like your bodies, and I just want them in me. But
Heard that before.
Okay, all
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
Maybe we should go in the office now, and then close the door very quickly after us. Now.
Okay. So you reach for the office handle, and guess what? It's locked. The ghoul and Shanks, they're like 10 feet away from you guys. The four
Can
of you
I
are just at
try
the end
the-
of this hallway.
Can I try the lock? Or
Sarah,
just
you
to,
can
like-
make a strength roll to try to open the lock, of course.
I would like to. 63. Oh, so that's a success.
A normal
Regular.
success. You're sort of like pushing it, and you can see that the door frame is buckling under this pressure. You'll have to do a little bit more to do it, so it's taking you some time, but you're confident you'll be able to break it, but you have not just you didn't because you couldn't see naked Wednesday through the door, you didn't have the incredible strength to bust it open to catch someone in the act. This is only about like the lives of some like humans, whatever. But as sort of the ghoul and Shanks are shuffling down towards you, it is at this time. Well, Shanks, technically you're the only person who rolls initiative. So would you please roll initiative for me, Shanks?
Oh, what the fuck?
Oh.
I mean, the ghoul is going to start eating some people.
It's 14.
A
Gabagool.
14. Oh my god, what if I kill Felix right now and then Friedrich is brought back? Felix is dead and
That'd be
Friedrich
funny.
is brought back by Dracula.
Wow.
Oh. Okay, now I'm gonna try. All right. So, I'm sorry. What was your roll?
14.
14. Decent. Looking at other coordination rolls, Solomon, you're gonna be average-ish. You'll be around there. Felix, you're also around there. Penelope. Actually, Felix, you're a click lower. Sarah Quill, what is your dexterity score? 60 also. Okay, so in that case, it's going to come down to how good the ghoul is. Because if the ghoul rolls real high right now, the ghoul's going to... It's time to eat.
He's just the gabagool for me now. He's a gobble-ghoul.
I did not roll high, so... Son of a gun. I'm going to say that the first person to get to go here, basically, is going to be Chinks.
Okay, so I see like 2 humans in front of me.
Yeah.
How hungry am I right now?
Here's the thing, Chinks, and but believe me, the way I'm trying to torture you here, Dan, is that I'm now putting you in a situation where you are going to be in character trying to thwart what you want Penny to accomplish so bad.
I know.
So, you're very hungry.
Well, I mean, do I think Penny's
Penny seems to be a vampire to you as of now.
So yeah, so I see 2 humans in front of me. I'm so hungry, dude. Like I want to eat, man. Like I'm ravenous, and I
got the munchies.
I got the munchies, and I see 2 tasty snacks. So I don't know which one is tastier, but I'm hungry. So I'm gonna roll a d6, and evens I'm gonna go for Solomon, and odds I'm gonna go for Felix.
I love it.
That's odds, so I'm gonna go for Felix.
Oh my god. All right, Chinks. So you notice that you get to make on your turn. I added this recently. You have a claw and a
I watched you add. Did you see what I added in?
Yep, you do 1 of each per turn. Yes.
Great, sick. Okay. I'm gonna try and just take a big old bite out of Felix. I'm so hungry, dude. I'm sorry.
He says that as he...
That's a 21 to hit.
Oh no. Okay, Felix, go ahead and roll a dodge. Dodge is under coordination. You have 2 dice in dodge.
Coordination, 2 dice. Okay, thank you. Get a pair, baby. Nothing.
All right, Shanks, go ahead and roll your damage.
Yeah. Oh man, I want to take a big old bite out of this snackaroo.
Poor bastard.
Oh god, fuck yeah. All right.
Oh, Felix, I'm so sorry.
Holy shit, that is 14 points of damage.
Felix, please make a resist injury roll.
Felix be dead.
That is in
It's under vitality.
vitality.
If you want to, you can try to spend power now to resist that. Felix, I think things are not looking good for you, Felix.
Let's just, I'm gonna die no matter what, so let's use some power.
To try to do better. I like
Right?
it. Yeah.
So, what is it? 2 power for each?
2 power for each extra dice.
Okay.
And also, if anyone is here sort of new, please be aware that it is a big deal when characters die, but in this game, not so much. This is a horror game. They have multiple characters. They have backup characters, so we have a very high body count. Felix, though, is a long-lived character, so this will be a big deal.
I did get 2 8s out of that.
2 8s!
So.
Congratulations. You may reduce it by half, so you only take 7.
Oh, that's how much I had.
Actually, wait. But for the... you know what? I was going to reduce it again, but either way, you're at 0. You're. Oh yeah. No! Take a condition. He gets another attack on you. This is bad.
Yeah, I take a bite. And I'm just chewing it. I'm gonna reach and just try and rip out a chunk of your arm.
Go ahead and make that attack roll too.
Claw attack. Oh, I'm so fucking hungry.
So you are now at 0 power, but you have 1 condition.
That's only an 8 to hit.
An 8 to hit. Okay, make a dodge, but be aware you have a penalty on your dodge, so you only get to roll 1 die.
So there's just no...
In this case, if you roll a geometry, I'm going to say that you've gotten out of the way. So if you roll a 6 on a d8, you got a 1 in 8 chance.
Wow.
That's a 2, baby.
A 2. So unfortunately, as much as you're trying to get away from him, he does rip your arm out, and he basically chows down on Felix Ducat. And Felix, you do hear the ghoul saying, "Betty, I wonder if he tastes like his brother." Felix, is there anything you'd like to say in this final moment? As your heretofore good friend Chanks Woodley consumes your life.
Herr Friedrich, I tried to wait for him. Goodbye, worm.
Poignant, sad.
Oh, man.
And now, Sarah Quill, it is your turn.
So I can attack Dan, right?
You can attack Chanks, no problem.
Okay. That feels weird. He's a part of our... Well, okay.
He just
can
killed your husband.
Oh, I was like, Sarah married him.
Sorry. He just killed one of the students Dracula really wanted you to take care of.
Ooh, shit.
Oh shit, that's
Right.
true.
So, Sarah, your options for this turn are you can try to bust the door open, and you can do some movement, or you can go and do the attacking.
I would like to attack Chanks
Great.
by jumping over him and twisting his neck. That's the move.
Jumping over him. Oh, so you want to just like kind of like break the neck. I love it. Sarah Quill, please make for me a fighting brawl.
Okay.
With your sort of superhuman vampiric speed, your hands kind of with crackling as they move, like with bark, as you wrap them around his neck and try to sort of unroot poor Chanks here.
That's a 36. Oh, so that's a hard success.
A hard success. Chanks Woodley, I'm going to let you make a dexterity saving throw. It's a flat roll for you.
4.
Yes. Chanks, okay, so here's the fun. Chanks, I'll tell you what we'll do. I'm not even gonna, because this is where damage is different. Here's what's gonna happen. You jump up and you twist Chanks' head like fully around. The good news is, Chanks, you are now down to 2 hit points, which is kind of where we had you on the sheet here. We'll just say all the hit points you got back from eating and all this stuff, you're back down to that. The bad news is this doesn't kill Chanks. Chanks, things are going to be harder for you because now your head is facing the wrong direction, so like fighting will be backwards. But sort of with much of your body out there, and you see like strips of Felix are dripping out of the bottom of Chanks. It's like really, and Chanks is, I mean, this is like a full on, this sort of ghoulish horror thing is happening here.
This sounds like the worst trip I've ever had.
Solomon, you and Penny.
Someone trip him right now and then
Basically, Chanks is this horrifying thing. Felix is dead on the ground. He was poor Felix talking about his brother. You and Penny are sort of like, Sarah has jumped sort of ahead here. So if you wanted to, you could attack Chanks. There's also this other sort of stronger looking ghoul behind going, or you could try to get into the room that Sarah Quill was trying to get into.
I feel like we should try to get in the room.
Oh boy, all right. In order to try to push your own way through that, you will need to make a physicality, it's a lift roll in particular. So you're going to try to bash down the door, basically. That's under your orange physicality column. You have lift 3 dice. If you want to add more dice, which I might recommend since it's
I am.
good, it costs 2 dice per additional, 2 power per additional die you're going to roll.
Let's do it. I will raise this lift by, I'll raise the 1 dice, so raise the 4.
Okay, cool. So here, I'll mark you down. You've got 11 power left. 11.
All right. I will avenge Felix by trying not to die. Okay. Two 8s.
2 8s. I will say with 2 8s, just with you're questioning everything going on, you do bust open the door. And what you and Penny standing next to you see within is a sort of academic office, but you are hit with this horrific stench.
Oh, great.
there has been this odd metal, like something has been bent. It's this spiked, almost like it looks almost like a hat, like a coat rack. And Professor Charles is pierced upon it. There are these metal spikes like sticking out of him of like wrought iron. There are large sort of like just an assortment of vases and other containers under him into which all of his blood is dripping. He looks like he seems to be alive, barely conscious, sort of hanging on. It's a pretty horrific sight for you to behold. But that is what you see within the room.
I'm going to observe it, but I'm more concerned with like looking for something I can use to barricade the door after everybody gets in.
Understood. There would be a make a roll a d20, and if it's 14 or higher, keep rolling until we got something under 13.
Oh, I'm busy rolling d20.
Also, just roll a 13. That the coolest thing you could do right now would be roll a 13.
Or don't.
Or guys, hear me out. Roll a 13.
It would be pretty sweet.
I got a 10.
A 10.
I tried, everyone. I really wanted the 13.
Just like Miri did a few weeks ago, there's a chaise lounge. There's a chaise lounge. You could try to barricade the door.
Okay.
Wouldn't be great, kind of like a feigning couch. Wouldn't be perfect, but it's it's a big thing. So you could try to sort of prepare to do that once everyone's in. Penny, I will also say that you can take a turn now.
Yeah, Penny's gonna duck in the damn office.
Okay.
Where is Sarah in relation to me right now?
Sarah is like 5 feet ahead of you, kind of having like holding on to sort of Chinks and having sort of fought him.
Okay. I'll yell out for her as I step in and go, we're in, get over here. Situation? I don't know. And then, and then I'm gonna be horrified by the sight of Professor Charles.
Understood. Just take a minute of being horrified. Tell you what, do me a favor, my dear. Roll a d13.
Nah.
Oh, Penny, come on, just do it. Just do it. Come on and do it. I want you to do it. Come on and do it. I want you
Oh
to
wait,
do
the ghoul still has to go, doesn't he?
The ghoul hasn't gone yet.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, the ghoul's gonna eat somebody, guys.
But I wouldn't close the door.
I'm the only somebody left.
You wouldn't close the door.
11.
11. Penny. The good news for you, and the very, very, very bad news for Solomon, is that the potion holds and you still appear to be a vampire. Not of interest to the ghoul. I mean, don't get me wrong, the ghoul will eat a vampire, but not if there's people around. I think it goes like fresh kill, old kill, road kill, vampire. Like he'll eat like a dead animal at that point.
I rank lower than a raccoon.
Well, undead have a weird flavor. They don't have as much rot in them the right way. Like a zombie's better than a vampire. That's the other thing.
Oh.
Enough about this. Zombies are like kimchi. It's like a really fermented, like where it's like there's like an intent, there's like funk to it.
Yeah.
All right. I'm just gonna roll for the ghoul. For the evil NPCs, I just roll a d13. Guys, I want to roll a d13 so bad. I want to so bad right now. It would be so cool. Okay, so the bad news for me is I didn't roll a 13. The bad news for Moses is I rolled an 11. So, the ghoul, sort of like seeing the fresh meat getting in there, just sort of like starts bounding into the room after Solomon and Penny, kind of pushing his way past Sarah, kind of like pushing his way past Chinks, like wanting to, you know what? With an 11, he rips part of an arm off of Felix and is kind of just taking a bite of whatever the corpse is there as he kind of gets into the room, and he gets it and says, "You guys are lucky. You're gonna get to hear me sing." And he opens it up.
You can sing?
I can now.
Can you dance?
No, but you can.
I mean, he's right, I can. You want to see?
He begins to sing a song to you. We're in the midst of stuff, so I'm not going to grab guitars or anything. But I think the song he'll sing, do want to grab a guitar for one of these, damn it. I'm not sure if we've ever even done this as an invocation yet. But he begins to sing this very, like, slow, like, plaintive song. I remember growing up together. We'd race our bikes down Main Street on a hot afternoon. Candy from the jar, adventure never far, but it was over too soon. As these words begin to be heard by Solomon, Penny, and Sarah Quill, I need for Solomon and Penny to look under their will and roll a resist coercion. I need Sarah Quill. Oh, fuck a duck in hell. Sarah Quill, please make a sanity roll. You have 18 insanity.
Oh no.
Oh. Do I need to make a roll for this at all, or?
Chenks, go ahead and make a wisdom save, but you're kind of already on his, like, you're already doing what this guy, he's already sung to you. He's already kind of ensorcelled you.
I'm spending some power and getting a third back.
Makes sense.
6.
A 6. Yeah, you're ensorcelled.
Oh.
Sarah, how'd we do, my dear?
Yes.
65.
65. Love it.
2 3s, baby.
2 3s. Okay, great.
Logic, truth, reason, thought, analysis, understanding.
Very good ones. I probably should have given you some kind of penalty given you're already but you know what, this is a different kind of charm than your intercosmic nonsense. Solomon, how did you do on your roll?
777.
777. Okay, triple is pretty darn good. It's also patterns repetition. Solomon, I'll actually say that in response to this, the thing that can save your mind is if you begin dancing. So please make a dance roll in response to this. And I'm sure this is actually this is kind of almost like modern or lyrical style dance that you're doing for this. You know, it's kind of like you're sort of doing this. Penny, with a single degree of success, you cannot move. You are entranced by the song, but you're still kind of in somewhat possession of your faculties. Like if you're actually attacked, you might forget about, but like you are here. You're focused on these words. Sarah Quill.
Yes.
Eddie and who? Dracula what? All that matters is this song you're hearing right now. All that matters is the music. Hold on. Oh my god, I want to get my guitar for this part so bad. Shit, it's fine. Second verse. Here's the second verse. Even though the ghoul's singing it, I still like it. The ghoul sings. So Solomon, give me your dance roll, by the way, Solomon.
Yeah, I got 3 6s.
3 6s. So Solomon begins to do a beautiful dance to this song. Oh my god, this is one of my, I think I have used this as invocation. This is one of my favorite lyrics that I've done for all of these things. The ghoul sings, I remember the first night that I realized that you were a woman and that I was a man. You were dressed to impress, and when you took off your dress, that's when the trouble began. Bum, bum, bum. And you all begin to hear this like eerie music filling the place. And at this moment, Professor Charles screams in abject agony of soul-splitting, mind-breaking pain that harmonizes beautifully with the dark music that you begin to hear around this. As the chorus, because now, the way I love you, baby, it screams, bomb! It screams, bomb! It screams, da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Solomon's getting into it.
Yeah, Solomon is... Oh, this is beautiful. Solomon dancing. It's so like a late 80s music video where there's like a shirtless guy just like doing ballet dancing. Oh,
Can Solomon rip his shirt off?
Please, yeah. No roll. That happens.
Please do.
And then... But then he sings the final sort of thing to get to the thing. And I'm afraid if I let my love all the way out, it's gonna tear you apart at the dreams. Da-da-da-da-da-da-da, tear you apart at the dreams. Da-da-da-da-da-da. He's so hungry for music and human flesh. Solomon, you are dancing in a way that pleases him. Sarah Quill, you turn away from Chenks and step into this room. Your foot squishing into the wet body of Felix.
Oh.
Chenks is just there, head twisted around, moving. Even Chenks, though, you probably enjoy this music that you're hearing, though. It's pretty groovy. The ghoul. He's so beautiful, I almost don't want to eat him, he says, pointing at Solomon. It's just... Oh. Wait. He points at Penny and says, is she a vampire or not? Sarah, could you please make a spot hidden roll to smell Penny on his behalf?
59. Which is a regular success?
I will say that you go over to Penny, and she looks like a vampire, and you begin sniffing at her, and with a regular success, she smells like a vampire, but she smells like, you're like, maybe she's just recently turned. You're not sure. You're kind of... But you guys still hear that music, that ballad kind of playing. Penny, you've kind of come out of your reverie with the song not on. You can see that Sarah is right there smelling you. You know that you're on borrowed time. You're on this transformation potion. Currently in the room, Professor Charles on the edge of life. The ghoul is kind of looking at him. The ghoul has this interesting vibe where he's like, okay, that's like a perfectly plated meal, so that probably isn't for me. But like, I'm really hungry. I'm a ghoul, so I might. So he's kind of like, I don't want to eat Solomon. I'm worried about eating that. Any chance one of these vampires isn't a vampire? That's kind of that's the energy you get right now.
Right. I am a newer vampire. So it's probably why it hasn't quite settled yet.
I guess I'll eat the man then. As Solomon continues dancing, he just goes to Professor Charles and grabs hold of him and pulls him off, kind of, and the ghoul just begins to devour Professor Charles. Sarah, you watch him, and it's horrifying, but the music was just so good.
How fresh? So Charles is still alive, right?
Not anymore. I mean, if you want to ask him a question, you might have 5-10 seconds. But he seems not to be in a great condition.
She wouldn't. Medina would.
Yeah. Solomon, you were dancing here in this room. He's eating this guy next to you. I want you to actually go into your will, and I want you to make a detect vibe roll.
Got it.
For you, that and read person are the same thing, I think, anyway. So.
I'm pretty good at that.
Oh, no, you're better at detect vibe. Then yeah, I'll say this is a vibe. This is like, what's the deal in here?
2 5s.
2 5s. You have a suspicion that the only thing saving you right now, evaluation go with. The only thing saving you right now is the fact that you're dancing. The ghoul seems to like your dance. You suspect that as soon as you run, the ghoul will chase.
I mean, I feel like the only thing Solomon can truly do is double down and dance harder.
I mean, that's the vibe. All right, Solomon, continue dancing harder. Penny, the ghoul is now eating Professor Charles, but he's kind of looking around.
Well, since we seem to have exhausted the humans here, I think there are more out in the. Well, no, the ones from the stacks are gone. But is there an upstairs?
Yes, but you don't. You know. Oh yeah, you're just trying to get rid of him. You know, there's an upstairs. Yes, you could say there's upstairs.
I think there might be more upstairs. So, I would recommend checking there.
No, Chinks and I were just upstairs, weren't we, Chinks? Chinks, you can try to make your way into the room at this point with your backwards head.
Can I like twist my head back?
Chinks, make a medicine roll.
Like, dude, like, this isn't cool. This isn't chill. Natural 20 for a 19.
I will say that you actually are able to turn your head back around.
Very
Oh, look at
Billy.
you being a nerd, dude.
We were upstairs, weren't we, Chinks? Nobody up there
Yeah.
to eat but you. But I stopped you because I needed help.
Yeah.
Oh, well, if you came from upstairs, there's a long line outside the library.
Vampires! Not good.
Oh.
You vampire. He kind of turns to Sarah. You would be the least tasty. You're mostly plant. I can feel it. I can smell it. What should I do with the dancing one?
Oh, you know what we should do, dude? We should go to the dining hall and literally make it a dining hall.
Oh, that is an excellent idea.
Yes.
Quite
Yes, because
excellent.
I
the
can do a
dancing
performance
one
and eat them
seems
all.
to have the dancing one seems to have too much lean muscle.
No, that's
and
good.
would not be very tasty.
Sarah,
Well, let
remember,
him-
you are 100% in his camp. You are fully you are charmed
You're-
by him. You are
Oh,
his person
yeah.
forever.
You're on the
Like,
ghoul side.
However, he's
Yeah.
not very meaty, right?
Solomon, I'd imagine, Solomon is like filet mignon. I can't. I mean, Solomon's just perfect meat. Yeah.
I think while this one continues to dance, he's just going to get perfectly, loosened up and tenderized. So once he's done,
No.
we can return.
No, but look at Chinks. Look at me. We can't dance like that. Can vampires dance?
I don't know, dude. But
Not as good as me.
I'm just saying, we should be working smarter, not harder, and go the dining hall. They're
Or you could play another song.
I will.
Oh no,
Yes.
I have horrible left feet.
Oh, I think that would be wonderful.
I mean,
If
also-
you go to the dining hall, many students are there. Many
Who-
delicious human
Who
students.
are you, vampire? He sort of turns to Sarah. Who are you?
Sarah Quill. Renee.
Do you dance good?
Well, yes. I
Plant
guess-
vampires, do you dance good? He takes Professor Charles Hart and is just.
Oh, well, in general, I don't know, but I am trained in ballet.
Turn
in
him.
ballroom,
Turn him,
and-
turn him! She's pointing to Solomon. Turn him!
She's not quite sure how to do the lead, but
Uh-huh.
she does her best.
Solomon back leads.
Honey,
Estimation. Fair enough. Fair enough.
let me look through the professor's drawers here because I believe there's an entire group of students who come here to study dance, and he may have a list of them, and then you'll have humans with lots of dancing skills. So let me look through and see if
I like that, Penny. The only thing about that, Penny, you might need to spend a little power on this. That is such an explicit deceive that you will have to make a deceive roll.
Okay.
And I don't think you can hide behind medicine or anything else with that.
Could I make an appeal to the ghoul that now that Felix is dead, I'm the only one Dracula has to bring characters back?
Come on, baby.
I don't
Roll.
like him. Fuck Dracula. Turn him, vampire. I want him to dance pretty forever.
Okay. Oh no,
Oh.
wait, is that one the right one?
You're-
Am I
you're-
compelled to?
You're you want more music.
Is she leading me?
Can I charm Solomon?
Sure. Solomon, give me a resist coercion roll. You have a charm roll. Yes, Penny. What do you got?
I rolled 2 8s.
2 8s. What's helping you here is he's more distracted by this, so he is not going to stop you from starting to go through books and things.
Okay.
I got 2 7s.
I got a 33, which is a hard success.
Hard success, and you had a second degree success, Solomon.
Yeah, 2 7s.
2 7s. Let me look at 7 is just that's not no. It would be more. I would have said. I'd probably let like dialectic or philosophy. Yeah. Unfortunately, because she has a hard success, she has charmed you, Solomon. So while you're dancing with her, you're dancing with a vampire, and she has now charmed you.
Can I at least lead?
You absolutely can lead.
Okay. Solomon can live with this.
Penny, make an investigate roll as you try to find what you're looking for.
Okay. Me, that's 4. Perfect.
Please let me lead. Got it.
What did we get? We got focus. Nothing. God damn it. 4.
You look around, you're opening drawers, you can't find, it's like you're going through, it's not anywhere in his thing, you're going to others, you're trying to look at other ones, you just can't. It's kind of getting frantic, but all is not lost because the ghoul is still paying more attention. Chenks, what do you think you're doing at this point? Aside from eating the rest of Felix or maybe having some of the professor.
It's like a little nibble of the professor.
Yeah. As you come over, the ghoul's like, yeah, then he'll give you like a 5.
Wait. Are there records here?
I have the record.
No, like the records you said. I said I gotta find.
What records you gotta find?
I literally told you about this upstairs, dude.
I don't care about what you care about.
Cool. I'm gonna look for records. I didn't say that, Jim. I'm just going to go look then.
Go ahead and do your investigate roll, Jenks.
Records of students.
Yeah.
That is a 9.
Felix, I'm sorry you're dead.
No.
Oh.
He's just out. I just feel bad.
Oh, I mean.
Oh, I was like, wait, was he not fully dead?
I was going to say, was he not
Oh,
dead?
no, he's been dead. I'm just sorry that you're dead. And everyone else is either dead or undead.
He's supposed to be dead. He should have died a long time ago. He died inside.
Got it. And now Friedrich's going to come back because Dracula will be successful. It's going to be amazing.
Oh, wait.
So, what did we roll, Chenks, on your investigate?
9.
So, Chenks, you and Penny, what's interesting is you and Fanguella, the two of you are, like, going through this thing together, and there's probably moments where you're just like, why are both of us doing this? Chenks, I'm going to have you do something. This is a real shot in the dark. Give me an insight roll.
Insight.
Yeah.
You can't.
Philip?
Mm-hmm.
That's a 12.
That means he rolled a 13.
That means I roll a 13, baby.
Why does that mean he rolled a 13?
Because I have a -1.
Fucking.
What do
6.
We got? 6. All right. So, beautiful 13. We're at 9. That's pretty fun. So, as Chenks, I'm going to actually give this to you on a 12 because it's you who did the thing. Chenks, you sort of look at Penny. You look at this Fanguella and something about her build. It's like, oh yeah, that girl Penny I was like, who was out there. You're like, oh yeah, I remember they said they're disguising her as a vampire. So you start to think like, oh, you're probably Penny. That's what you're sort of thinking.
Oh. Penny, what are you doing here, dude?
Penny? I remember Penny. I want to eat Penny.
Oh no, you don't want to eat pennies. They're made of copper. It's quite not tasty.
Penelope, I can smell her. Where's Penny? Where is Penny?
Oh, do you mean that unfortunate, very intense girl? I ate her.
Chenks, are you saying anything?
So here's my question: like, how compelled am I to because the ghoul clearly doesn't give a shit about me. How much do I give a shit about the ghoul?
It's tricky. The ghoul does not have control over you like a vampire would, like a sire of a vampire would, but there is a certain amount of it's a more like animalistic, alpha kind of thing. But he has expressed not caring. Yeah, you do not have to tell him anything. It's do you think Chenks would in that moment? That's really what it comes down to.
I mean, because Chenks is technically not super hungry now because he just ate a bunch of Felix.
Yeah, he's not starving. Yeah.
Doesn't care as much, so I guess I don't know. That's something I'm looking for in the records.
The ghoul is now very alert and aware. Sarah, go ahead and make your unarmed combat attack fight brawl to bite Solomon, who's charmed.
Here's the question though: would Sarah's knowledge of whether or not she can turn someone come into play here?
You certainly want to do it properly. Go ahead and do a
Do it.
go ahead and do an occult roll.
Okay.
See if you know how your own stuff works.
A 5.
Oh yeah, then yeah, you know exactly. It's an extreme success. You know exactly how to do it. You're going to. It's kind of just how it's sort of. You didn't get turned normally. You're going to drink a bunch of his blood. Then you're going to let him drink some of your blood. The trick is you don't want to kill him all at once. You want to be kind of careful with it when you bite him, because you're going to drink most of his blood, then give him a little of yours. That's the plan.
Okay. Can't you first say, Solomon, I'd like to dance with you forever. And then, not even waiting for a response, just go in?
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and make your fighting brawl roll. That's what we do for your bites. Solomon, you have been charmed by her, so if you want to try to resist this, you'll have a penalty on the roll.
It's
Even-
12.
Oh no.
Even charmed, Solomon trusts Sarah,
Wow.
and he's just gonna not fight it.
So Sarah, oh god, okay, you sink your teeth into Solomon. Drawing blood, breaking Dracula's rule again. As you begin to drink, guys, I know that we're going long, but there's a lot going on here. A lot of threads. You begin to drain Solomon. With a 12, you're going to do it very carefully. You're only going to drain him enough so that he'll be on the verge of death. You can give him a little of your own blood, and then you can finish him off.
I would like... Whoa!
Well, voluptua. So, as you prepare, as you drain his blood, go ahead and roll
I'm gonna be a horny vampire now.
a d8 for me. We'll add a 3.
3?
Okay, Solomon, you're down to only 5 power.
Fair enough.
Okay. So you begin to drain Solomon.
Giggity.
I'm making a roll because I want something bad to happen.
Oh.
I just rolled a 13, guys.
What?
I rolled a
Don't
13.
do this to me, Philip.
We can't hear you.
I rolled a 13.
Fuck you, Philip. Fuck you, Philip.
This might be...
Fuck you, Philip.
The
Okay.
ghoul is staring at Penny and staring at Shanks, but then he smells that blood and his head turns. And for a moment, Solomon's no longer dancing. And the ghoul is still hungry.
Oh, why should I not be dancing?
So the ghoul, because she's bit you,
No.
the ghoul leaps towards Sarah. And Sarah, at any other time, you might, try to fight back. But with your charm, you just stand there in awe of him. That being said, Solomon, you were charmed by Sarah, but you're not charmed by the ghoul because you danced your way out of it. So currently you have, 6 power left?
Yeah, 5.
You have 5 power left. Okay. You're going to need to make a dodge roll against the ghoul.
Okay.
So if you want to spend any power, you're in a situation where if you don't spend, if the ghoul...
I'm spending it.
Okay, so you can go down to only 1 power left, and you can have a total of 5 d8s on this roll.
Let's do it.
Okay. So roll 5 d8s. D8s. I'm gonna roll for the ghoul again. Fuck.
Oh.
Three 7s.
3 7s. All right. You pull back sort of from the ghoul. The ghoul is striking for you. You're sort of tumbling away from the ghoul, trying not to, kind of be it. Sarah's has let you go. Sarah, though, in this moment, you're probably no, there's this thing of no, don't. I have to consume. I've got to. Yeah, I've got to finish this. Solomon, you're sort of getting away from the ghoul. The ghoul is able to he's not harming you. He's grabbing your... Oh, you said you ripped your shirt off, right?
Yes.
Was it
That's
open
gonna
or
come
was
into
it
play?
off? Was it open or was it off?
You know what? Gonna be true to Solomon. I ripped it off.
It was off. Okay, so the ghoul the ghoul's like it's because you don't have like a thing flowing back. You're sort of spinning out of his way, but the ghoul is very fast and like an incredibly powerful thing. So he's on you, he's around you, but you're managing to sort of get out of his way as he's this. But at this point now, you're far from Sarah, and he's just he's so hungry for you.
Isn't everybody?
Penny, give me another. You've already tried investigate. Let's give you another thing. Again, sorry guys, I know this one's going a little long. Penny, this time, just do a look roll. Look around the room.
Come on. All right, 2 1s.
2 1s, okay. Structure order. Penny, as you glance around the room, you do notice that along the far wall, there's like an ornate sort of like wainscoting almost, this very sort of, like nice sort of pattern. But there's a section of it that seems backwards. There's a section of it that seems like it doesn't fit where it goes. It's like going the wrong direction. It's like a little kind of like almost like a hiding place sized thing.
Okay, I'm gonna go investigate that.
So as there's like madness going on around you, Penny kind of rushes over there in her vampire guise. If you open that up, you do find that within that are several notebooks.
Oh. Okay.
Several journals.
Can I flip through them to see if our names are written in them?
Give me a research, but this will take a little time. I know you're just flipping, but the fact that you're just, you gotta check, I understand.
I mean, I don't have a fucking fire to just toss them onto, so...
No, you don't.
Okay. Nothing. Nuts.
Penny, you're just looking through them frantically, you can't do it. Chenks, at this point, you see that the vampire has found some books.
I mean, if that they look like books I might want to be into.
You seem to recall that this is Penny, so maybe she has found the books you guys are looking for. Solomon, you're trying to get away from the ghoul. I will let you attempt to dance away from him. I'm gonna let you do that.
Solomon will always take the chance to dance.
Sarah,
Even in danger, he feels inspired to do something.
Sarah, is there anything you'd like to do? And then I'll get to Chenks here in a moment.
So she's still trying to fulfill the objectives that the ghoul gave her, right?
Yes,
She's still charmed?
you do want to turn him, yes.
Can she say, I'm turning him. We can have him forever. But in her accent.
Yes. Well, yeah, I mean, you can say it in your accent if you want to. Give the ghoul, go ahead and do a charm roll. This is not you using, you'd have to spend some magic points on that charm you did on him, by the way. I'll deduct that. Go ahead and do the, but go ahead and to the ghoul, just do a charm roll to convince him.
83, which is just a regular success.
Regular success. Okay, Solomon, how's your dancing going?
3 8s.
3 8s, Cotley. Oof. I rolled a 12, which means the ghoul is thinking straight. I rolled a 13. The ghoul wouldn't care. I wanted lower 13. 12 is a situation of the ghoul being like, the ghoul's like, then turn him already. At this point, though, the ghoul. So Solomon, as you've danced your way away from the ghoul, now Sarah has grabbed you again. But the ghoul, seeing Penny and Chenks now at that wall, clocks his eyes over there. Chenks, what would you like to do?
I'm gonna pull out my lighter, dude, and just like flick it on.
Okay.
Burn the books. Why not?
Yes. Let's just burn them.
Yeah, I'll light them up.
All right. You will try to ignite those books.
Mm-hmm.
No roll is required to do so. You sort
I
of
was gonna say, if there's one thing that Shinx has expertise in, it's lighting things up.
paper.
Yeah.
Felix, could you do me a favor and roll a d13 for me? Or Zane, I guess you're no longer Felix. Just
Yeah, baby.
let's have you do this one.
You scare me. I keep thinking Felix is alive.
9.
A 9. Pretty good. All right. You begin to burn the pages, which the ghoul is kind of like. The ghoul is like, but he's kind of like holding back. Sarah, you've gotten to Solomon. What are you doing?
Completing whatever it is.
So you're
doing.
gonna cut
I don't
yourself
know
and let
how
him
far
drink?
I got.
You drained much of his blood. You just haven't been able to give him
Okay.
any of yours.
So can I take? I'm assuming my nails can cut my skin, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so I'll do that and grab the back of his head and say, "Now drink," and put his lips onto my arm.
Understood. As you do that, you hear a voice saying from the door, "Bug, what do you think you're doing? Oh, you're in more trouble than you know." She looks around, looks at all that's going on. She's like looking at like Felix. Felix is dead and you're turning Solomon, and the ghoul is loose, and they're burning books, and the professor is no longer here to give Oh, Bug, you're in it now, Bug.
Sarah is still pressing Solomon's lips to her arm
Okay.
I'm drinking.
she'll say to Wednesday, "Well, it appears this library is all about breaking rules, isn't it?"
No, Bug. You're the only one who's been breaking any rules. Our master's going to be very, very upset when he gets back. And then the ghoul says, "Well, there might be a new master here now, lady." And Wednesday says, "Who let you talk? And who gave you color?" At this point, Penny and Shanks, the pages have pretty much completely burned. You've burned those documents, and Penny, you do in fact see a page as they're burning with your name and Bradley's name on it, crackling away. And Wednesday is glaring at the ghoul, and the ghoul says, "I'm gonna kill you. You treat me like a dog." She says, "You are a dog and she's a bug, and none of you are worthy. None of you are worthy of my husband. Stop that this instant, Sarah. Bug." Penny, what would you like to do?
This feels like a real tense situation.
Oh, you know what? Let's make it more tense. At this point, Penny's potion drops.
I was like, let me roll for it.
Wednesday says, "Penny," and the ghoul goes, "I knew it! But, I'm gonna kill everyone. I'm gonna eat you, kill you, and sing. Oh, maybe I should sing again." And the ghoul begins to, like, open up the thing again. So basically, Solomon, you're dead. You have been turned into a vampire, so theoretically you'll come back.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
So
But-
Is there
Sarah
anything
will
I can
take
see
his body then and drag him back away from everything that's going on.
Well, Sarah, interestingly, the ghoul's about to sing, so that's probably all you care about.
Oh, okay.
Penny?
I'll be fine, Sarah.
Is there anything I can shove in my ears?
Ooh, make a luck roll.
Philip, I saw it on your face. The thought, please, 13. It just rolled. It was like your face said it so well.
Oh, God, a 13 would be so cool.
8.
There's nothing around that you think is gonna like it's like there's no like wax to like, you know, stop the siren song, you know, like there's no Odysseus level solution.
I start hearing the fucking noise from space. Like,
Do you want to call out to the noise from beyond?
sure.
All right.
Let's
mean-
make it real interesting.
I mean, I'm fine with, yeah, that's fine. I believe that when you were doing that, I think it was usually let me see if you can feel the noise. So make a touch feel roll.
Huntsville. Okay. Hey, you said you wanted to move some plots.
I think it's great.
That's under physicality, right? Oh, where's touch and feel?
It's under physicality. It's the last. Sorry, not physicality. Vitality. Last one.
Ah, okay. I was like very confused. 2 7s.
2 7s.
Astronomy.
Astronomy is the main one you want for it, though, because that's Cosmos. So Penny. Oh no. Oh shit, Penny. How much power do you have right now?
Oh, I got 5.
Oh no, Penny. All right, so Penny is going to open her mind to the cosmos, and somewhere elsewhere in here, you can hear like old McAllister, like talking about like it was a smell you could hear. It was a smell, and the smell of it you could hear it. Penny. Oh my God, so much is happening right now. School rolled very high. Sarah, you were just, so basically Sarah and Solomon. Sarah, you were standing there transfixed. You're all in on the ghoul at this point. Solomon, you're there. Penny, you break a chunk off to go to the cosmos. Make a resist coercion roll to keep your sort of mind.
She's a... I thought she was a strong one. Maybe I'm wrong. Oh, no, she is not strong at all.
Do you want to spend any of your precious power to give yourself more dice on this roll?
Is there something, why does power matter for my...
Power is also hit points. So when you inevitably take psychic damage in response to you're basically, I would recommend spend the power now, because the amount of psychic damage you'll take, the power is
probably going to be, yeah.
So go down to 1 and have 4 dice on this.
Alright. I haven't been rolling as successfully when I roll 4 for some reason.
Good.
Oh, buddy. Oh, lost one. 2 2s.
2 2s.
Rhetoric.
Oh. Okay. This will be dark and intense here.
Okay, great.
Here's how we'll do this. So as Penny, attempts to reach out, this is the first time this has happened for you since you've received your new form, which contains the Mistwalker blood, the Shadow Elf blood. So your mind begins to go through these veils and you're trying to break these cosmic barriers, but you're also drawn towards the mist. There's this part of you that's right, the mist. Oh yeah, that's a part of it. And you sort of your mind is sort of projecting itself out throughout the world, and you're sort of projecting yourself through these various mists to sort of try to look around with your 2, and the fact that that's rhetoric, which we'll say is, it's not the most perfect 1, 2 2s, but it's we'll say that you have just enough presence of mind to see kind of you're basically seeing 7 things all at once. You're kind of achieving this sort of higher consciousness as you're sort of trying to avoid this by reaching out to this. Your mind is kind of spaghettiing out into different directions. You approach those mists, and you feel yourself being able to push through them. Your consciousness can peer through them. It's not soul sucking. It's not sort of anchoring you, and yet there is something that is weighing you back. There's something that's anchoring you down. But Shanks, you see that Penny, she kind of calls out to this, and there's this strange flash in her eyes, but she just kind of is now catatonic in front of you. Just a body there for the eating.
I mean, can I eat more of the professor?
I mean, you know how when you're at Panda Express and it's do you want to wait 2 minutes? Yeah. We'll have fresh mushroom chicken. That's kind of the vibe.
Yeah. I mean, then I would just have some of the mushroom chicken now, and then some of the fresh mushroom chicken when they bring it out. So
you have a bite of Professor, but at this point, as Penny's mind is sort of separated from her body, as she successfully is avoiding the charms of this, Shanks will consume her.
Cool,
Wednesday, however. This is a big deal. The ghoul begins to sing. He's rolled a 10. Wednesday has to roll an 11 or 12.
Did you roll 13?
No.
1?
He rolled a 12. The arch-villainous maintains. Seeing you singing,
Talk about a power couple.
Wednesday just hears this as the ghoul begins to sing, and she just says, "Oh, how dare all of you. My husband will be so upset by this. Perhaps Etienne's made contact by now." She kind of just glares at Sarah, who's not even looking at her. She's listening as the ghoul begins to sing. She rushes out of the room. As Chenks finally consumes Penny's body, the ghoul sings his song. Solomon is dead, Penny is dead, Felix is dead. Solomon is dead, but will maybe come back. Penny, I'm so sorry.
Am I dead? Like, is my consciousness somewhere?
That's an interesting point. Your consciousness has extended. Yes, perhaps Penny brain. Yeah,
I'm confused about that, that's all.
Aren't we all?
We'll say that your consciousness is free. Yes, your consciousness is free. Oh, yes. Oh, Jesus Christ. Actually, yes. Penny, your consciousness is free, and yet, Penny,
I have no body to return to.
you have no body to return to. And also the idea that you might have no name is going to complicate things. But I'll say as our final sort of beat of this, Penny, as you're sort of reaching out against the veil, you notice that you can sort of like go through that mist, but you still can't fully penetrate it. Like there's something that isn't quite right.
Penetrate it.
There we go. And sort of the last thing sort of we'll observe here, and we'll see how Dan can try to use the meta-knowledge of this in a future thing. Our kind of final shot is like down below in the library. We'll just turn back to the circulation desk of Joe Hook, where maybe some pages just flutter open to show the names of Penny Cillian and Chenks Woodley, who have checked out books.
You mean Bradley Stuyvesant?
Bradley Stuyvesant, so yeah, Chenks Woodley. No! There still is a little bit of a hint there, still a tie. But will Dan be able to use this knowledge I've said to his advantage? Possibly.
The goddamn librarian.
The point is, Penny still has a name.
But no body.
We'll bring you back.
What a stressful episode.
Wow.
Super stressful.
Wow, guys. Well, I'm so sorry to our longtime characters who are dead. Solomon is also, like, dead for a while, and we'll see kind of, we'll see when he is sort of, he'll have to be sort of buried, and since he's now going to be a plant vampire, but also, is Dracula going to say, like, no, you cannot bury him, you broke the, who knows what's going to happen here. Also, though, does Sarah care? Is Sarah going to take him away and have him be on the Ghoul Team vampires? Who knows what's going on? But I want to thank everyone for watching. I'm so sorry that this was such a long episode, but I hope everyone had fun. I'm especially sorry for Felix, who died early.
Felix wanted to die.
That's fair. Probably not like this. And also, I loved when Felix was saying how much he hated the ghoul. I like that so much. He's like, you ate my brother, and then my brother was brutally murdered. Fuck you. That was great. The worst thing is Felix didn't get to see the terrible condition of the professor.
No, I know. I was like, oh, he missed out on
I
it.
didn't get to witness that. Horrible.
Yeah, that would have been... He would have felt really great about that.
Awful. Well, thank you all for watching. I will try to do our wrap-up real quick here. We have another game on Sunday, Here Be Dragons. We have a theme party on Monday. We have a Top Flight West on Wednesday, and then we'll have another session of this 1 week from tonight. Then we're actually going to be off for a couple weeks of this just because of travel and Thanksgiving and such. We have a Discord where you can interact with us. We have our YouTube where you can watch old episodes. We have our wiki where you can see all the cool sort of pages about this and all like how everything connects, and it's really cool. Sophia and everyone have put together there. Would anyone like to plug their channels, their own projects?
Me, because I've actually been doing it.
Hey.
Awesome.
I stream on my channel every Thursday at 7:30 Pacific, sometimes a little earlier. However, this coming Thursday, I will not. I will be unavailable. But the following week, I will resume, and sometimes I just do random ones. I've started doing that. So you can follow me. I'll say hi in the chat, and yeah. It's a bunch of nonsense and a horror game that's hard for me to figure out, but you know what? We have a great time.
We love nonsense and horror.
Mild interests.
Kind of our thing here.
Anyone else?
I make cameos on Lauren's stream
Does
where I walk in and startle her, make her scream. It's great. If you're into bonsai trees, follow Zane's Trees on TikTok and Instagram. And also, quick shout out to Sophia Distracted, resubbed for 19 months with us. Always pleasure to have you here.
So many.
We
He's
also,
also one of the main contributors to our Wikipedia.
yeah, like huge shout out, like legendary support. We also had a raid tonight with I hope I say it right, but Aya Yoshi. 31 viewers brought in the raid this evening, and I noticed that Aya Yoshi also followed 2 days ago and then came back for more, and then and we also had a new follow by Cassette Blue this evening. So anyway, thanks y'all for
Thanks so
rating,
much.
joining, participating,
Welcome.
partying, hanging out.
Very
Anyway.
rad.
Back to the plugs.
I stream sometimes. Come hang out.
You kind of switched.
I lost my TikTok account and started a new one. So
That was
it's
a pain.
Olivium Live for now. I don't know if the links have been updated yet. It is a long story about why I lost it. I'm hoping that I'll get it back, but I don't know that that will happen. Which also is motivating me to finally get my butt on Twitch. So I'm actually starting to set up that channel. My goal is to certainly have it live by the time Squirrel with a Gun comes out, but hopefully
Squirrel
sometime
with a
before
gun?
that.
Oh no, she froze.
Have we not talked about this game, Philip?
No, but you've frozen, so I can only hear some of what you're saying.
No, I didn't.
A little bit.
Did I?
You
Oh,
did
I don't know. Sorry.
you did
It's
briefly.
not showing any connection issues for me.
Oh no, yeah.
Okay.
Well, that sounds
Anyway,
great. Whatever that
I
is,
thought
check
you were
that out.
fucking with me.
No, I'm not. I only fuck
But
with people in game.
I'll have it up before because I don't think that game will come out until next year. So I'll have it up sooner, and then you can watch me do the melodrama that is my Sims, because
Sims
boy
Twitch.
is there drama.
Sims Twitch. Very good. Moses, you want to plug anything?
I have a Twitch channel called That Dancer Moses. I will maybe stream this Sunday. If not, I'll do sometime during the week. I'll let you know. But
Say hi.
follow me
Say
here.
hi in the chat if you're in there. They can see your username and follow you.
Yo.
Oh man, those over things are really funny, Zane, with such a like cloudy background.
We can see that
Oh, sorry, I was just
like on the stream too.
I sorry.
Yeah, he knows
We're
that.
having fun. It's fine.
Well, thank you guys, everyone. This has been a lot of fun. We really appreciate this. A big episode tonight. A lot of things have happened, but it's not over for Penny, because yes, Penny's consciousness is free, which holy smokes, that's a big deal. And Bradley still could, I don't know, maybe turn into he's half the thing. It's not over.
Fuck off, Philip.
It's not over. I will say for the dramatic irony of it, that is the last one. That is the end of it. Dan hates me so much, but I'm okay with it. But at least you have Chenks Woodley, your badly damaged ghoul with 2 hit points. Yeah, Dan is also going to quit the channel when we don't get Maisie before Lost Lore Academia ends. I can tell.
Done deal.
Oh no, bad news. All right, well, thank you all. Thanks, guys. Good filters going on here. Great.
This is the best one.
That's it. Live as a painting. Every frame a painting. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Until next time, have a dreadful night.